Chat, the podcast is on the way. I'm putting all my energy in trying to create this. This is the new. Um, this is going to be a new chapter of academics. Every couple of years, you all should know that I shift and I kind of pivot to something new. I don't try to do the same thing all the time. When I could speak on everything going on with me and my next moves all around, I'll speak on it. But what I could say, because I see sometimes y'all spamming shit in the chat. I see everything. I know everything in terms of like what's going on, and yeah, again, not because I don't address it when y'all want me to address it doesn't mean I'm not dealing with it. All right, so a lot of things are going on. Blah blah blah. Blah, blah. No, I'm not tired. I'm not tired at all, actually. But like, I don't wanna, I don't wanna fucking get into shit now. And it's like half y'all are asleep, and then tomorrow, like I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but I'm trying to stream tomorrow like a daytime stream. I'll have y'all more alert, and I could tell y'all. You get me? So anyway, the podcast coming. There's a couple donations about like, yo, what's up with 6ix9ine? 6ix9ine's doing good. Me and him, we talked recently. Shit, he even hit me after, people were spreading and just saying, yo, 6ix9ine fell off. And, of course, he's using restraint to not be on social media right now because, he's trying to lock in, but he sees shit. With him, I think he just feels that he's not getting a fair shake. But he'll be back. He'll be back. He'll answer those questions. I don't need to talk for him. He'll talk for himself. What else going on? I'm guessing Youngboy appreciated what I said on Twitter about him. He called me about like 5 times, but unfortunately I was like sleeping. I'm pretty sure I'll talk to him tomorrow. I have a couple of things going on with a few other rappers, but it's going to require me moving around and flying. I haven't flown since, I haven't gotten on a plane. Literally, I have not gotten on a plane since this whole pandemic started. So that's a little interesting. Why do I keep saying French and Pop? Did French and Pop Smoke drop a song? They did. What the fuck? Uzi say he's dropping some new music. I'm talking to Uzi. I'll say me and Uzi's relationship has improved. We've never really communicated. Like, as much as I love his music, we've never really communicated. Of course, the first time, he's acknowledged me a bunch of times, but like, remember he had put my name in that song where he was dissing Rich and whatever. And sometimes I think one time he even like went at me over some shit that it was his manager. I talked to his managers and shit like that, or it used to be his managers. But now we're definitely in a place where like we communicate and, hey, I think what happens with that, it's not like a stunt. It's to say who knows what we might do content wise later. People like Uzi, Youngboy, they don't do content. Not because you're trying to act cool. I think, Uzi used to do content, Youngboy too. They kind of felt like it wasn't worthwhile, or they felt like the people they were doing it with, it didn't get them. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't want to do the same thing other artists did. So, who knows? I know you guys are waiting for that interview with Youngboy. I'll ask that nigga again tomorrow. But we'll figure out what's going on with that. Anyway, me and Uzi doing some content, that would be iconic. There's a couple other people on that short list that I want to get to because I don't think they'll do content with anybody else. So that'll happen. But podcast. Let me give you the straight up the latest development on like what this podcast thing is. There's a lot of people involved. I'm trying to do this the right way. They want me to start at a particular date. I want to start earlier. I want to start in 3 weeks or 2 weeks or next week or this week. You get me? I want to start quicker than they want to start. They're thinking about rollout this and third. Yes, I have signed a deal for the podcast. Which honestly, I'm gonna be honest, like talk about the power for brand to walk into a situation, and I've never done a podcast before, but get offered hundreds of thousands of dollars just to do a podcast, which I've never done before. I think they just believe in Akademiks, and not just me as a person and a personality, but they believe in the brand. So it means I have to work with other people as well. Okay, when I mean work with other people, like there's companies that's going to be doing whatever, however podcasts make money. I didn't want to get into that. However, I'm used to doing shit the YouTube way, which means if I think of a dope idea, I could do it tomorrow. And I'm having a couple calls in the morning because I want to start this podcast ASAP. Okay, I want to start it like next week. You get me? Like I've built out a great set. This is my streaming / studio room. I have a whole podcast like fucking studio, which I've turned my bar area into like a whole. It's like, and I'm giving you the vision. I don't want to say too much before y'all see it, and also I want to say some shit and then somebody steal my shit. But like the podcast I'm having, this is like the ultimate like just man cave. Like yo, like just fuck barbershop talk, just straight nigga shit. You feel me? And it doesn't mean that women aren't involved or welcomed, but it's the man cave. You feel me? So that's already kind of like when I even bought this crib, like that's already like the vibe of like the bar area. I could tell like the millionaire nigga who owned the shit, that was his type of shit. But that was the feel of how I want the podcast to look. But the content wise, we're gonna work that shit out. But that's where we're at right now. So it's like if you're wondering what this podcast is gonna be, it's just gonna be just the ultimate man cave, man. You feel me? And yeah, like fuck that simping shit, fuck the other shit. Like, we're not gonna be pandering to whatever social justice, issue is going on for the moment. Nah, we're unapologetically men. I'm sorry. And I know we were saying we, but I don't have a co-host yet. It's really just me. So me and anybody else. And to be honest, I'm actually probably trying to mix it up and add a female to it as well. So, I don't want this just to be a monolithic voice. But, I'm very adamant, and I've been having conversations with the people who, I'm getting into business with to say, yo, let's not repeat what just happened at Complex. I don't want that to happen again. And what I mean by that, and Complex is going through many different changes. So, in the last couple of months, like the people at the top, super different, right? So again, on one sense, I could say, yo, y'all know, like I'm a quote unquote problematic, controversial nigga, right? Like, what you think? I'm just gonna be up here like, yo, like roses and dandelions? Like, some shit might go left one time. You get me? With these new people, I'm making them very aware. Yeah, I talk shit. Okay, just you should Google me before the money. Cool, but before I sign on this dotted line, I don't want like 2 weeks in. You're like, I said what? Nah, fuck all that. Okay, if you're gonna rock with it, you rock with it. If you're not gonna rock with it, hey, listen. The business of academics is always gonna be lucrative, and somebody's always gonna invest. Or to be honest, fuck an investor. I got enough. You know what I mean? So that's my new thing. You know what I mean? Like going forward into the future, because I know y'all and what we've built here. I don't think, and y'all could tell me if I'm wrong, y'all don't want a very pussified version of act where I'm like, watching my, not saying I'm trying to be reckless and nothing like that, but when a nigga like they snipped his balls, you know what I mean, right? Like, bro, you can't talk about nothing anymore. You feel me? And I don't want to be censored. Again, I don't think I'm naturally like so radioactive or toxic that I'm going to blow up the building. But I think I could disseminate and give my point of view, which might not be for everybody. And it might not, align with what everybody thinks, but it shouldn't be as too offensive where everybody's like, oh my God, let's kill this nigga. So that's my thing. I don't like censorship. I don't like this new pussyfied like wave that we're going into, where basically you don't even have an opinion anymore, right? Like for example, like you see all these niggas even talking about Meg. They're scared to say, yo, I think this chick lying. You know what I mean? They're scared to say it. Let's be honest. Like they're thinking it. As soon as the camera turns on, like, yo, I think Meg lying. But when the camera's on, they're like, oh no, we gotta protect women. Yo, listen, man, black women are the most, unprotected, people on this planet. Yo, listen, man, nobody gets disrespected more than the black woman. They're just repeating fucking Twitter quotes. Like these are like just like the Twitter rhetoric of like, yo, how to be a bitch. You know what I mean? And not saying those things which are the rhetoric lines ain't true, but God damn it, like, can we take it on a case by case basis? You know what I mean? I try to take shit on a case by case basis. Like, I'm not, like, I'm glad I feel like I have a little space to do it because I've kind of built a lot of stuff myself. But like, I imagine some of these people who work for these corporations, they're like so pussyfied. It's like you gotta say a certain thing. Like, yeah, not because like I'm on any platform means I'm like, oh no, just go vote Joe Biden. Nah, okay, I could talk shit about both Biden and Trump. Who gives a fuck? These days it feels like, yo, you just gotta follow the agenda of the, the masses. That's just not my thing. You get me? In any type of way, whether it's politics, whether it's issues to that deal with, like the Megan Tory shit. It's just, I don't know, So I like, and I hope y'all appreciate that independent thought. And shit, sometimes I might be wrong. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I think that's why I love my audience, because shit, y'all will respect it. That like, at least I'll say the shit. You feel me? Because most people, they don't got an original thought in their body. They're scared. They're scared to really say some shit. And they're scared, and not only, let me not use the word scared, they're just not trying to piss off other people they're trying to get money from and partners. But that's not really a way to really have success, at least in my opinion, because at that point you're controlled. How could you really stand out if you're spending your whole time trying to fit in? I don't know. So going forward, I've instructed everybody around me who might care about the interest of me. Hey, listen, for anybody I'm going to get in business with, they need to know who I am, how I am, who doesn't like me, and also you got to accept it. You feel me? Like, I remember, again, no disrespect to Complex, but I remember when I first got there and we had the fucking situation with Vic Mensa. Somebody brought up like they were almost mad. They were like, yo, Ack, you gotta let us know who don't like you. I said, how the fuck y'all hire me? I ain't realize what the fuck I was doing. Like, it was mad at me that niggas didn't like me. I'm like, so wait, y'all hired me to talk shit. And then when my shit talking from the past has come back to light, you're like, what? Come on, man. You have to I ain't playing no more music. We'll get to Metro Nudie tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit more too. So again, I really only say that because I don't know. Like, I think I'm at an interesting point, and it's an interesting point where I remember I was here in 2017 when I was doing YouTube, and I love YouTube. I still love YouTube, and I'm actually about to, I'm watching how YouTube is going. I'm actually regaining my love for it. I know y'all haven't seen videos, but mostly it's because like I'm in this fucking new setup, and I'm like really setting up this house too. But you're gonna see more YouTube videos. But anyway, I'm doing YouTube, and it gets to the point where I'm like, yeah, like the money is amazing, but I wanted to make more of an impact. And, I like making impact moves. I don't like shit. If I'm still meeting people and the only thing like, yo, you're the guy from Bad and Bougie, I would feel like a fucking joke. You know what I mean? You got to keep making new moments. You got to keep making or impacting on new levels and new ways. And every now and then you have to switch it up. right? So the podcast that's upcoming is one of those things that I'm planning on doing. I have a few more things which I love making announcements, but it's not at the moment to make the announcement. I have a name for the podcast. I have a little logo already. I'm looking for a couple of people to. I want to do everything in house. So like this company that's working with us, I literally just want to hand them a product. I don't want them. I don't want them editing my shit. Like no disrespect to them, but nobody knows my shit like me. And in most of all of my shit, really, I do most of my edits and all that shit usually myself. So when it comes to the podcast, which I know is going to be a little bit bigger scale shit, I need somebody in house to do it. So I'm definitely looking for somebody who could edit video, shoot video. I got every equipment in the world, the best shit. Like I've looked at what other podcasts like what equipment they got. Their shit pales in comparison to mine. But again, it's all about using it, and also at the end of the day, it's all about content. The equipment and none of that shit matters if the content isn't fucking A1. So that is the new thing that I'm undertaking. I know y'all keep asking about an update, but yeah, it's coming. I have a dope name for it. I may have given y'all the name already. No, I don't think I gave y'all the name. Nah. So I could tell you already. It's not really I'm trying to figure out a guest host, or not, like a co-host actually, right? So this is my podcast, but in most people's podcasts, like you'll have like one or two people who are, what you call B or C mics, which they help the conversation go along. They react to what you say and blah blah blah. And I'm looking for some host. And me, I'm one of them people who I like giving people what they want. So like, shit, as much as some of these niggas, I really don't care who, but I won't name any names at the moment. But I've always said I'll go toe to toe with anyone, especially if we're gonna be having discussion, dialogue. I'm down. So I'm stuck in between giving y'all what y'all want, which I don't know what y'all want. I mean, I get it. I'd be like, oh, we want you and Joe. Listen, if me and Joe do anything, it'll be some dope shit later on. But any other creator, I'm trying to give y'all that. You get me? So me and either somebody really dope, or it could be me and just a couple of homies, or it could be, shit, like, I don't know. It could be me and 6ix9ine. Who knows? But, or just me and another rapper, right? So I'm stuck in between trying to figure out what is probably the longer term strategy with that. But I could tell you, to begin, I'm going to be doing like a test, right? So one episode might just be me and a rapper. One episode might just be me and like a couple homies. You know what I mean? One episode might be, I don't know, like whoever. And y'all could tell me what's the best fit, what's the most natural fit, and then we'll go from there. So that's coming up. Very important for me is how I separate the content. That don't mean we ain't going to be streaming. But you see, streaming, we gonna get to the bullshit, a lot of fuckery. We have a chat community here. We do a few different things on stream that's not podcast like territory, and sometimes conversations and even camaraderie and just like banter that's podcast territory might not be for streaming. So also mentally, I'm separating all these properties as well. Anyway, I'm just talking a bunch of shit. Yeah. No, of course. Like truth be told, a salute to my man DJ Ghost, man. I think me and DJ Ghost gotta do an episode. Somebody says Ruri update. Ruri's a fucking bum. Like the nigga is still a bum. Um Yeah, no, yo, great things on the horizon for us. I'm super excited. I just gotta get this fucking internet thing fixed, at least for stream, because I love streaming here. There's a bunch of more stuff, yo, in the other joint, which I'm gonna have a stream from there too. I'm gonna stream like in my podcast room once, I got like this brilliant idea, man. Like y'all gonna see it. Like, man, I got a whole bar, this and third, man. Just hear me out. While I'm on stream, nigga, I don't even want to tell you how the set's gonna be looking, but you know what I mean. I got chicks in bikinis, fucking bartending. What's the problem? What's the problem? Serve me drinks, a little shoulder rub. You know what I mean? A little massage. What's the problem? You know what I mean? Maybe clapping some cheeks. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it Twitch friendly. We're gonna keep it Twitch friendly, of course, of course. But yeah, great things to come. All right, I'm gonna hop off of here. It is motherfucking 3:30. I appreciate all y'all rocking with me. This journey that we've been on only gets bigger and better and greater. I've been just, recently just inspired, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Actually, I won't say that. Well, actually, I will. No, I won't. I won't. I won't. I got inspired by a slight I felt recently. I'll just say that. Like, I looked at some shit and I said, "Oh, word!" Like, you know why I even said that shit about Youngboy today, Youngboy and Uzi? Somebody like, "Yo, why you care?" Because I'm that person, motherfucker. I'm that person. When it comes to, because you don't do all the industry shit, nigga, they try to act like you don't exist, even when your numbers and everything you're doing is just out of this fucking world. They'll act like you don't exist. Like, with all due respect, nigga, I looked at the fucking awards or the nomination for the BT, like, oh, best platform. Akademiks wasn't even on it. Are you fucking kidding me? Again, I take that as a slight, but also I take it as, encouragement. Nigga, turn up on these niggas, man. Turn up on these niggas, man. You feel me? So again, thank y'all for rocking with me. And by the way, the Trippy's album, I like it. Von's album, I like as well. I think if you don't know Von's music too much, we might get used to too many like crazy stories and shit like that.